Welcome back to Resiliency when Facing the Unexpected. My name is Jodi with JEMCoaching. I work with people as a guide on the side when I'm coaching to help them thrive and live life to their fullest. In part two of Resiliency when Facing the Unexpected, I'm going to be focusing on helping you and taking you through the steps that you can take to create your own resiliency, putting yourself in the driver's seat resiliency plan. I want you to think about the next couple of months. Say we had to stay isolated until the end of June, early July. When you think about that time, if you were to create a vision or a vision board or some kind of creation, a visual creation of how you'd like that time in your life spent, what your story will be for the next month and a half to 2 months. I want you to be thinking about what would you like that to entail? What would you include on that? And what we're going to do is talk through what the steps you can take to create that vision board. So it can be a visual reminder each day of, yeah, this is my plan, something to look forward to, and to bring joy in your life. In part one of Resiliency when Facing the Unexpected, we talked a little bit about just the term resilience and what it means. And so I'm going to do a little bit of a recap just get us started, thinking about, well, what is resiliency? What does that mean? And what does that mean to us? We did learn that it is something that we can learn, we can strengthen, that we all have within us. And it's something we can strengthen as our life journey moves forward. Something we also learned from part one is that joy collected over time fuels resilience. So by building in, and for us today, and what we're going to be doing is learning some of the steps that you can take to create your own vision board around resiliency with the theme of resiliency. And within that, creating things that you can do to build joy into your life. And that joy is going to fuel your resiliency as you move forward, and especially as we're working through this turbulent time and that we all find ourselves in our lives. Our action plan in part two is to, first of all, just do a bit of a recap about what we mean by resiliency, and then to just recap what were the 3 tactics that we talked about in part one, and so that we can come back to those when we're creating and building our vision plan. And as well, we're going to talk through what are some of the resilience vision steps that you can take to create a vision board. And I'm going to challenge you to think about, do you want to do a vision board just for yourself, or is it something you want to do with your partner or a friend or a relative, or is it something you can do as a group? I did this just recently with a group of friends that I have that I enjoy going on walks with. And we as a group on a Zoom session just had some fun sort of creating our own little resiliency plan. So it was a fun way to just spend some time together, to think positively, and to share different ideas and bounce ideas off of one another. So it is something fun that you can try and do together as a group. It might be something that you start off to do on your own, and then you can build on that to do with another person or in a group. So again, just as a recap and a reminder of what we mean by resiliency. So really it is the process of adapting well, having some of the coping skills so that you can better face any kind of adversity or trauma or tragedy or any kind of threat to your life. And in this case, isolation and staying isolated from others and the worry of COVID-19 and catching COVID and getting COVID-19. Some of the themes that we talked a little bit about from part one, when we talked a little bit about what are some of the things that you've done in your past to help you cope through some of your life challenges. I know some people talked a little bit about, they just like to go out for a walk, get some fresh air. So that would be an example of a physical theme of one thing that you can do to try and help strengthen your resiliency skills. Another is social. So that may be just picking up the phone and calling a friend. That was something that a number of people have said when I've done this workshop in the past that they've talked about that they like to do. And that really does help, just reaching out to someone else. And sometimes just saying it out loud to somebody just really helps to just ease some of the stress and anxiety that you may be feeling. Or it may be an emotional. So in that case, some people, for example, found meditation or just giving themselves a hug or a hot bath, a hot bubble bath, whatever that might be, to help with their own sense of self and their emotions. And Fourthly, the fourth area or fourth theme that we talked a little bit about for having to overcome life challenges is more just spiritual or life meaning. And that's where, again, the meditation or yoga, some of the yoga practices can help. And those, again, are some examples. Everybody has their own thing. And so we're going to, in your vision board, I'm going to challenge you to be thinking about each of these four categories. And what are some things that you can do in each of those categories to strengthen your resiliency and your resolve?